Now remember, these are declassified. The real classified ones, like one WikiLeaks released 3 years ago in psychological warfare, was how to kill little kids. If you're in an area and you're outnumbered by the guerrillas, well, you just slaughter some kids or other group old ladies work good too, and then blame it on the enemy, and then that'll get you local support. You can just type in WikiLeaks releases Army manual that covers false flags. And of course, I don't need an Army manual. I've talked to family that was in the Army who were taught similar things. We'll be right back.
You can bet your life on eFoods Direct. Alex has told you about the amazing, great-tasting, long-term storable food from eFoods Direct and how a food savings account is your best insurance against natural disasters, job loss, and high food costs. But did you know that this dehydrated food also protects you against foodborne contaminants like E. coli and salmonella? Those poisonous critters can't live in low-moisture food from eFoods Direct. Ask for the Alex Fall Special. The Fall Special is a 24-day supply of food in a convenient portable container. A $259 value for only $199. Save $60 on 160 servings of the best food on the planet. Call 800-409-5633 and ask for the Alex Fall Special and go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Call 24 hours, 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. You can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Okay, folks, we're back, and I got loaded phone lines here, so I'm just going to go to your calls. I'm not even sure if I'll have time to get to our article, Google Censors War Crimes video. I knew they'd do this because I saw them pulling down the video of kids killed by cluster bombs and things by NATO in the non-military action by the Peace Prize winner over in Libya. And I noticed YouTube was pulling all these videos, but I remember Walter Cronkite showing stuff far worse at 6 o'clock at night on CBS. So we went and found those clips, put the Walter Cronkite stuff that aired in 1968, 69, 70, kids with napalm on fire, monks getting, on fire, people getting their heads blown off, next to little Libyan kids with the lower mandible blown off, their tongues, hanging out. I mean, stuff right out of a horror movie. But, see, the system wants you to see horror movies to desensitize you. They don't want you to see the real thing. You can't even allowed to see the coffins of the dead troops. They don't want you to know about that. Just go play fantasy football. So we've got a big fight going with Google right now. But you know what? I want to go to Jason, John, David, Ed, Keith, Don, Sean, Gary, George, and Moses. In fact, I will get to at least the first 10 calls. I don't know about the other 100 or so that we could talk to. Our phone system, we open it for 10 seconds, and then we get the calls we need for the day. Because we actually have a gigantic audience. Let's go ahead and talk to Jason in Canada. You're on the air, Jason. We have callers from Ukraine and others. Jason, welcome.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for calling.
I appreciate what you do here. I just had a couple comments on how Google will censor things on the internet. You think all cloud computing, including Windows Azure and Amazon AWS, do you think they'll censor too?
Yes, they've all admitted the cloud is all about censoring, where they can take keywords or audio. I mean, they could ban right now on most platforms my voice, running it through different programs they have. One of them is Shazam, and they're already doing that. So this is the brave new world of censorship, and they're saying they're getting ready to censor. That's the thing. I covered CBS News earlier admitting it.
That's a shame. What are the alternatives?
The alternatives, Jason, is use the free, open, non-Chinese style communist internet before it shifts to that. A, fight to keep it free because it's so brazen. B, if they put it through, still fight it. And C, use the internet today like it won't be there tomorrow.
I agree.
I mean, look, they're all going to jail like Ken Lay and Bernie Madoff. They've all committed crimes much bigger than that. Look at the crimes that are admitted. Army field manuals about staging terror attacks. The Justice Department shipping guns out of the country and lying about it. Government stealing military pension funds for 12 years. I mean, this is a criminal government. And the alternative media is becoming the mainstream media, and they can't deal with it. They can't deal with it. So the fight is on. We're in a toe-to-toe. You ever seen a boxing match or even a UFC fight where they stop using tactics and they just man-to-man start pounding who can take the most punishment? That's what we're now in, a fight like that right now.
I had listened to AM radio here in Calgary, and they're claiming that there's $40,000 worth of damage to the grass at Canada Olympic Park.
They whine and complain endlessly about Occupy Wall Street and act like it's bad.
I checked it out, and they're peaceful. Some of them are hippies, but they treated the land with respect, and there definitely wasn't 40 grand worth of damage, that's for sure.
Jason, I appreciate your call. Look, this is what's going on. The whole thing is a cutout. The Democratic Party on record calls for Occupy Wall Street to form. Well-meaning people, not knowing who's behind it, show up. And then they use it as a projection to demonize demonstrating and now have the cops sicked on them nationwide, shotgunning them with rubber bullets at point-blank range, putting some in comas. It's a set piece. It's not that they're bad. It's that the whole thing is to preempt real demonstrations that are coming. David in Ukraine, and then John in South Carolina. David, welcome from Ukraine.
Hi there, Alex. Nice to be on the show. Thanks a lot.
Good to have you.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the video contest that you do. In February, I made about 5 videos for your V for Victory contest, and since then, they've gotten about 100,000 hits. So, it's obvious that this is a great way to, spend a little money and get a lot of bang for the buck.
By the way, I'm going to announce the new contest next week, the one for Alex Jones predictions. I'm going to announce that next week. I've been so busy with the nightly news and everything, I haven't announced the winners yet because I'm kind of like a kid at a buffet. We used to go to Luby's when I was a child in Dallas, and my dad would say, okay, you can have what you want, but you're not going to eat it. And he would actually let me get whatever I wanted and then basically eat what I didn't eat. I guess, as a joke to kind of educate me. But yeah, that's what we've done here.
Yeah, I would have jumped in on that contest, except the dates were just not clear enough, and I've got commitments that I have to finish out. And it normally takes me a good 2, 3, 4 weeks to get something decent going. And that's one of the reasons that I'm calling in is because about 3 months ago, I discovered a site of your good buddy, Max Geyser. Have you seen the site Pirate My Film?
Yeah, he's plugged it a bunch on my show. It's like you promote what he's doing and pledge to it, then he'll make the film. But he got the funding for Alex in Wonderland. And I want to see that film made. I mean, he got the pledges for it, but then he never took the pledges. He just went on to something else.
Yeah, actually, it's crowdsourced funding. So what actually goes on there is that people that have an idea about the films, they go up there, they enter in a project, give a synopsis of what they're going to do, and the crowd gets in there and finances it. I've got a film on there now, 60 Minutes of Banker Hell, and it's the 2 projects that I've had on there have raised about $4,000, and I'm hoping that I can get some. Well,
sir, I'll say it again. Listen, I'm some stumbling, bumbling Texas hillbilly, and I'm kicking New World Order hind end all day long. So it's beautiful that you're unleashing your acumen, your gravitas, your creativity like lightning on the New World Order. Keep it up. You're beautiful. We love you. Dwarf what I've done. Yes, send me your info. I'd love to work with you. Let's talk to John in South Carolina. John, you're on the air.
How you doing, Alex?
I am doing good.
Good to talk to you. The Psy-Ops video you were showing earlier where the troops would go into foreign countries, that's what they're doing here now, and the slaves believe every word of it. No,
I've got literally every week 4 or 5 local news articles in the middle of the country where Marines, Army are searching families' cars. I mean, they're really getting ready for martial law because the bankers stole the country blind. The minute they got rid of Glass-Steagall in 1999, they set all this up. This is all planned. They're going to send EU tax collectors into EU countries now to raise the money to pay for the derivatives, to physically grab people by their ankles and shake the change out of their pockets. I mean, this is tyranny.
And my mom, actually, she has a Ron Paul bumper sticker, and she was pulled over on the interstate in Georgia a few weeks ago. The first thing the cop asked her is, have you ever been arrested before? Basically, she's guilty until proven innocent.
No, we have the manuals. They say a Ron Paul sticker is evidence of terrorism because they're the criminals. The criminal bankers that took America over run the training of the police and military, and it's so creepy. I mean, when you read these things, you think it's a joke. I mean, I have video in my film Road to Tyranny. It's free online, where Kansas City police are taught that George Washington is bad. And FEMA says, gets up there, I've played the clip, and says, George Washington is not good. He is bad. Tell me why. And the cops are like, George Washington is bad because of this. And they say, good job. I mean, it's like the Soviets took over. It's like Red Dawn. And they're like, Thomas Jefferson, even worse. And the police are like, yes, sir, we understand. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, bad. And the FEMA guy's like, good men. We're going to get these Americans. They're like, get them. I mean, it's like, it's total craziness. It's like they think they're the patriots and George Washington is the enemy. We'll be right back.
When you're out